Hi, welcome to a tutorial on profit and loss from careerright.com. 2 to 3 profit and loss sums are commonly found in every placement test, job interviews, MBA, banks and all other competitive exams. In this video, we learn tips and tricks to quickly solve profit loss sums so as to get an edge in exams. Profit and loss questions, quantitative aptitude practice test and 1000+ aptitude questions are available on careerright.com for practice. So now, let's start with profit and loss. There are a few formulas related to profit and loss which you should know right at the start, because those are the basic formulas and those are needed to solve all the sums related to profit and loss. Okay, these are very easy formulas, you will remember them very quickly. Now let's take an example. Say you have a object or like a book. Okay, this is a book. The price of the book, you made this book in say rupees 200, right? So this becomes your cost price. What is this? This is the cost price of the book. That is the amount which you spent to create the book or develop the book. Now if you want to sell this book for rupees say 100 rupees profit, okay, you want 100 rupees profit after selling the book, what you will do? You will sell the book for rupees 200 plus the 100 rupees profit you want, that is rupees 300, right? So this becomes the selling price of the book. From here onwards, we are going to call cost price as CP and the selling price would be denoted as SP. Okay, so selling price becomes SP. That is nothing but selling price is nothing but cost price plus the profit which you want in rupees. Now you wanted rupees 100 profit, right? Now this profit is in rupees. If you want to express this profit into percentage, how will you do it? You will simply write percentage profit is nothing but the profit in rupees divided by the cost price. It is not the selling price but the cost price. Always remember, profit is always calculated on the cost price. Selling price will never ever come in the denominator. Selling price will never ever come in the denominator. It will always be cost price when we talk about profit and loss. Since we want percentage, we have learnt in percentage chapter that for percentage, if you want something in percentage, just multiply by 100. So this is the formula for profit percent. Same way, you know what is loss? Loss means, for example, if you have a book for 200 rupees and say you have to sell the book for 150 rupees. Okay, you sold the book for 150 rupees. That means you took a loss of rupees 50. Then what is percentage loss? That would be loss in rupees divided by cost price multiplied by 100. This is same as profit. Okay, only instead of profit we write loss, and always loss and profit are always calculated in relation to cost price. Cost price will always be in the denominator, not the selling price, right? So these are the two formulas which are very important, and all the sums related to profit loss can be solved using those. However, apart from these, there are some other basic things which you should know. There is actually just one basic thing. Let us see what it is. For example, you have a book. Okay, right now again you have a book, right? And the price of the book is say rupees 500. Okay, you made this book, the cost price of the book is 500. You made this book in say rupees 500, and now here earlier we saw that we wanted rupees 100 as profit. If someone says that I want say 10% profit, I want to sell the book in such a manner at such a price that I want 10% profit, then how to calculate at what point or at what rupees you should sell the book? It is very easy. Let us see. What we did over here earlier, it was selling price is nothing but cost price plus profit in rupees, correct? Now over here selling price would be nothing but since profit is given in percentage, right? What is the maximum percentage that we have seen? We know that everything that is there, a whole thing is always taken as 100%, correct? So we'll write 100%. Now since we want profit, profit means what? More money, correct? More means addition, add into that profit percent, okay? Percentage profit, here it is 10%, so here it would come 10%. We'll solve the example, but the formula is 100 plus profit percent multiplied by cost price. See how easy it was. There was nothing over there. It's just whatever profit percent is there, add 100 to it and multiply by cost price, right? Let's solve this. Now we want 10% profit. So what should be the selling price? 100 plus 10%. How much percent it would be? 110 multiplied by cost price, that is 500. That would be 110% of 500. Let's solve it over here. Okay, what do we get? 110 upon 100 into 500. This gets cancelled. So we'll have 550. So the cost, now the selling price has to be 550, then only you will get 10% profit. Same way for loss, if someone says that, okay, I sold the cost price of a book was 500 rupees and I sold the book at a 20% loss, okay, 20% loss. So at what price did I sell the book? It would simply be given as, take a look at over here, selling price would be 100, that is the maximum percent. Since loss means we have lost the money, money is gone, so we subtract, exactly opposite that of profit, loss percent, okay, and multiplied by cost price, just like the previous formula. So here we will have 100 minus 20% is 80% of cost price. Cost price is 500, so that would be 80 upon 100 into 500, that would be nothing but 400 rupees. So the cost price was 500 rupees, selling price was 400 rupees. That means 20% loss, or rupees 100 loss. So you saw there were only 4 formulas which you should remember. Actually there are only 2 formulas, rest of the 2 can be derived from this. Profit percent is what? Profit in rupees divided by cost price multiplied by 100, and selling price is given. When profit is given, then selling price is what? 100 plus profit percent multiplied by cost price. Now when you will use these formulas in the sums which are to come, these would become more and more clearer, as well as it will help you remember the formulas, right? Moving on, let's see some of the sums related to profit and loss. Question number 1. Ajay incurred loss of 20% by selling a vase for rupees 2880. To get a profit of 20%, at what price should he sell the vase? Now again, what did we learn at the start? What are the 2 formulas? Percentage profit is nothing but profit in rupees divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Same way, percentage loss is loss in rupees divided by cost price multiplied by 100. And if we have profit percent or loss percent, then what would be the selling price? Selling price would be 100 plus profit multiplied by cost price, and for loss it would be selling price would be 100 minus loss into cost price. These are the 4 formulas, right? Just remember 2 of them, this one, and you can easily derive the loss formula. Okay, now over here what are they saying? Ajay incurred loss of 20% by selling a vase for rupees 2880. So what is the selling price over here? 2880. What do we know? They have given the loss percentage, right? Do we know the cost price for the vase? No. Let's see if we can find it out. Let's see, selling price is what? 2880. We know selling price formula, 100 minus the loss percentage, that is 20, okay, multiplied by cost price. So what will we get? We will get 2880, okay, this is percentage, 100 minus 20% is into cost price, that would be 80% of cost price, that would be 80 upon 100 multiplied by cost price. So over here what we will get? 2880 into 100 divided by 80 is nothing but the cost price. This is the cost price of the vase. Okay. Now what they want is that to get a profit of 20%, what price should he sell the vase? Now we saw what should be the selling price in case of the profit. Selling price should be 100 plus the profit percentage, okay, multiplied by the cost price, that is 100 plus 20%. And what is the cost price? It is 2880 multiplied by 100 divided by 80. That would be 120. Percentage sign converted. What we will get? Percentage means division by 100 into 2880 into 100 divided by 80. This gets cancelled. This gets cancelled over here. Okay. So what we will have? 8 3s are 24. Okay. 48. 8 6s are 48. So we will have 120 multiplied by 36. Okay, 12 6s are 72, 12 3s are 36 plus 7, 43, and the 0 comes over here. So the answer is 4320. That means the vase should be sold for rupees 4320 so that Ajay will get a profit of rupees or profit of 20%. See, using these four formulas very easily we calculated the answer. Going to question number 2. Rambabu sells paper planes at the rate of 20 planes for rupee 1. If he gets profit of 20%, how many planes did he buy in 1 rupee? Now this looks little bit complicated, but it is not. It is very easy. When I will solve this, you will realize how easy it is. Now what are the formulas we saw? We saw for profit percent, we saw for profit loss, we saw how to find selling price when profit is given, profit percent is given, and we saw how to find selling price when loss percent is given, right? Now Rambabu sells paper planes at the rate of 20 planes for rupee 1. So selling price for 20 planes is rupee 1. Okay, and what is the selling price? Since he gets a profit, the selling price would be given by 100 plus the profit percentage multiplied by cost price. 100 plus 20, okay, percent of cost price, because we do not know what the cost price is right now. So 1 would be equal to 120 upon 100. Why? 120% we get. Percentage converted to normal fraction, that is divided by 100 multiplied by cost price. So cost price becomes 100 upon 120. Okay, this is the cost price, 100 upon 120 rupees. Now selling price is 1 rupee, cost price is 100 upon 120. Okay. Now what they have given, that means selling price is 1 rupee means 20 planes are sold in 1 rupee. That means these 20 planes are bought in 100 upon 120 rupees. If 20 planes are bought in 100 upon 120 rupees, how many planes are bought in 1 rupee? Simply cross multiply. What do we get? 20 into 1 equal to question mark into 100 upon 120. This comes out to be 5. Okay, question mark comes out to be 120 divided by 5. That would be 5 2s are 10, 20, 24. So 24 planes can be bought in 1 rupee. Now over here again I will explain. Selling price is 1 rupee. For how many? For 20 planes the selling price is 1 rupee. And profit percentage, Rambabu gets 20% profit. Selling price is 100 plus 20% is cost price. This is the formula. So we get 120% of cost price, that is 120 upon 100 into cost price. So cost price would be 100 upon 120 for 20 planes, right? So that means 20 planes can be bought in 100 upon 120 rupees. Then how many planes can be bought in 1 rupee? Simply cross multiply and you get the answer as 24 planes. Going on to next question. Question number 3. Uma wants to gain 15% profit on her sale of sugar. She buys 120 kg of sugar at rupees 24 per kg to mix with 180 kg of sugar bought at rupees 28 per kg. She sells the sugar mix at, now what all formulas we have seen for profit and loss? We have seen percentage profit, we have seen formula for percentage loss, formula for finding selling price when we know percent profit, selling price when we know the loss percentage. Okay, out of that now here we have to find selling price and we know it is profit. So what is the formula? 100 plus the profit percentage, these many percent of cost price. That is, what is profit percent? 15%. So we have 115% of cost price. That would be 115 upon 100 into cost price. Do we know the cost price? No. Let's see whether we can find it or not. This is the cost price. Okay. Now, cost price means how much did Uma spend? Uma first bought 120 kg of sugar and the rate of the sugar was 24 rupees per kg. So how much did she spend totally? It would be 120 into 24. That would be equal to 2880 rupees. Okay. Now, then she went and bought 180 kg of sugar at the rate of 28 rupees per kg. What would be the expenditure in this case? 180 into 28, that would be equal to 5040 rupees. Okay. Now, what happened was that she mixed both these, right? So what would be the total cost price now? Simply addition, that would be 8 plus 4, 12, 8, 9, okay, 5 plus 2 is 7. 7920 rupees is the total cost price. Substitute this value over here and let's get the selling price. 115 upon 100 multiplied by 7920. This gets cancelled. 5 into 23, 5 into 2 will get 23 divided by 2 into 7, 92. 2 3s are 19, 9, 18, 12. This is 23 into 3, 96. That comes out to rupees 9108. Now over here I have not done the calculation. Okay, I am not showing you the calculation. I have directly done it. You might feel that this calculation, this multiplication is very difficult, or even this multiplication is difficult, but actually the sum is very easy. So you will take hardly 10 seconds to figure the sum out, and rest of the 20 seconds you might need to calculate both these values, that is multiply, right? So some sums might be very easy, only calculation might be little bit lengthy. So don't worry, here we will try to make sure that you understand the sum, you understand the concept, and very rarely the calculations are such difficult. This may be an exception. So in exam you should be able to solve this sum in around 45 seconds, not more than that, okay, including the calculations. Moving to the next question. Question number 4. Guddi buys some oranges in shop at 4 per rupee. She goes to other shop and buys same number of oranges at 5 per rupee. She then combines them in a basket and sells them at 4 per rupee. Will she get a profit or loss, and how much? Now here we do not know whether it is profit, whether it is loss, and how many oranges Guddi bought and all that stuff. We only know the rate at which the oranges were bought. So let us see how to tackle these kind of sums. This is actually easy sum. You just need common sense and you need to follow the things one by one, and you'll easily find out. Now let's see what is the first thing. We don't know whether it is profit or loss. How to determine whether it is profit or loss? If selling price minus the cost price is greater than 1, then it will be profit. Okay, that means if it is positive, it will be profit. If selling price minus the cost price is negative, then that means it is loss. That means the cost price is more than selling price. Okay, if this is positive, it is profit. If it is negative, it is loss. That much we know. Now do we know the selling price? No, we just know that she sold them for 4 oranges per rupee at that rate. Same way for cost price, we do not know. Let us assume, okay, let us assume that Guddi goes into the first shop. Over there she bought the oranges at the rate of what? 4 oranges, okay, 4 oranges at the rate of 1 rupee. In 1 rupee she got 4 oranges. So 1 orange, the price of 1 orange would be 1 upon 4 rupees, correct? So this is the price of 1 orange in the first shop, right? Same way in the second shop she got 5 oranges for rupee 1, and the price would be 1 by 5 rupees for 1 orange. So this is the price of 1 orange in the second shop. Now what she did was that she combined all the oranges in the basket, okay, all the oranges. Now if say she takes 1 orange from the first shop and mixes it with 1 orange of the second shop, how many oranges we get? 2 oranges. What will be the cost price for these 2 oranges? First orange price is 1 by 4, second orange's price is 1 by 5. That would be 9 upon 20, right? So this is the price of 2 oranges. Now while selling, she does not sell them separately, she sells them combined. So what will the price of 1 orange? We know 2 oranges price is 9 by 20. So what will be the price of 1 orange? Simply 9 by 20 divided by 2, right? So that would be 9 upon 40. That means the cost price for Guddi for 1 orange in total, okay, when she combines both the oranges from both the shops, is nothing but 9 by 40 rupees. This is the cost price for 1 orange. Now she goes for selling them. At what price does she sell? At what rate does she sell? 4 oranges for rupee 1. That means she sells 1 orange for 1 upon 4 rupees. So this is the selling price for 1 orange. We know the cost price for 1 orange. We know the selling price for 1 orange. Let us see whether she gets profit or loss. Selling price minus cost price would be 1 upon 4 minus 9 upon 40. LCM is 40. 10 minus 9 is 1. So 1 by 40. We got the answer as positive. That means she gets profit. And let us see how much profit she got. Over here the profit in rupees is 1 by 40. Cost price is 9 by 40. What we have seen, percentage profit is nothing but price in rupees, profit in rupees divided by cost price into 100. 40 gets cancelled. She gets 100 upon 9% profit. You can convert this into a mixed fraction also. It would be 9 11s are 99, 1 upon 9%. So she gets this much amount of profit, this much percentage of profit. See, we solved this sum not with formulas or anything, we solved it with common logic. How did we trace it? First, we do not know whether it is profit or loss. How to determine whether it is profit or loss? When selling price minus cost price, if it is positive, we get profit. Selling price minus cost price, if it is negative, we get loss. Then let us assume that she buys 4 oranges at rupee 1. So 1 orange price we found the 1 orange price in first shop and second shop. When she combines the 2 oranges, 1 orange from here, 1 orange from here, she gets 9 by 20. That is the price for 2 oranges. Then we found the price for 1 orange. That becomes cost price. Then we found the selling price of 1 orange. That is the selling price. We subtracted and found that it is profit of rupees 1 by 40, and then we converted into percentage. Moving to question number 5. Ramesh gets a profit of 20% in one trade and suffers a loss of 20% in second when he sells 2 cycles for rupees 4,000 each. What is his profit or loss in the entire trade? Now this is a very special kind of sum. Why do I say this is special? Because there is a very easy simple formula for this. By applying that formula, you will get the answer in say 10 seconds only. Just 10 seconds. Now let us understand what exactly is special about this sum. Now look at the right hand side. Over here there are 2 objects, right? There are 2 trades, right? One trade, and that means 2 objects. What are the 2 objects? There is one cycle and there is other cycle. They have given that there are 2 cycles. That means there is one cycle over here. This is the second cycle over here, right? This is the first cycle, second cycle. So there are 2 objects. While selling the first cycle, Ramesh gets a profit of 20%, okay? And while selling the second cycle, he gets loss of 20%. You see the profit and loss percentage is same over here, right? Now another thing, another specialty about this sum is that selling price for both the cycles is same, that is 4,000 rupees, okay? Both cycles are sold for 4,000 rupees. In one case, he gets profit of 20%, other case he gets profit of, he gets a loss of 20%. When such is the case, where the selling price is same, where the profit and loss percent is same, what you should do? Always remember, the person will always suffer a loss. He or she will never get profit. Whenever the person does 2 trades, okay, any 2 trades, okay, and in the first trade he gets a profit of some percentage, and the same amount of percentage loss the person gets in the second trade, and the selling price for both the objects is same, then the person will always suffer a loss. Now over here it is one cycle, two cycles. If it is one cycle and one say bike or a car, still it will hold true, the person will get a loss. It is not about what the person is selling, it is about whether the percentages are same of profit and loss and whether the selling price is same. If these two conditions are true, then the person will always have a loss. Always remember. And what will be the loss percentage? Very easy. What is the amount of percentage given here? 20, 20, right? So 20 is given. Simply square it, divide by 100. What do we get? We get 20 square is 400, divide by 100, that would be 4%. So the answer is 4% loss in the entire trade. See how easy it was. Whenever the selling price is same for two trades or for two transactions, if the selling price is same and in one transaction the person gets 20% profit and in the other transaction the person gets 20% loss, that means the percentages of profit and loss are same, then the person will always suffer a loss, and the loss percentage is given by, take the percentage, okay, do not say plus or minus anything, just take the percentage value, square it and divide by 100. So let us say if the person gets a percent profit and a percent loss, then and the selling price is same, then the loss percent is given by a square upon 100. Simply square the percentage and divide by 100 and you will get the percentage loss in the transaction, entire trade. Moving to question number 6. Question number 6. Simran bought pet food worth rupees 56,000. She then sold 1/3 of it, incurring a loss of 40%. What profit she must earn on rest of the supplies to nullify this loss? Again, this is a very easy sum and we can solve it using just common sense. Okay, just simple logic is needed over here and we can solve it. Let us see how. Now Simran bought some pet food. Okay, let's not consider the cost right now. We just need what is the profit percent over here, what profit percent we have to find out. So let's keep the cost aside. Simran bought the pet food and she sold 1/3 of it. That means she made 3 parts of the pet food. Out of that she sold the first one at a loss of 40%. Is that right? Yes. Now she should earn profit in both the remaining parts so that this loss gets nullified. That means there is no profit, no loss. Okay. Now let us say it is common sense. Say if you do a trade or if you do a transaction and there you get a loss of 100 rupees. What you will do? You will try to, if you want to nullify this in the other trade, you will try to get 100 rupees more so that this gets nullified and cancelled out. So in the second and third, if we take 40% profit and 40% profit, this should get nullified, right? Because then it would be nullified, but actually no. Why? Because what will happen here in the first, in the 1/3 part, in the first part she get 40% loss. In the second part, if she takes a 40% profit, then it gets nullified over here only. And the third part which is there, then it if again the third part is sold at 40%, she'll have a 40% profit. But we don't want any profit or anything like that. We just want no profit, no loss, and we want to nullify this loss. So what to do in such cases? Very easy. How much of the percentage do we want to nullify? There is a 40% loss, so we have to nullify 40%. How many parts are remaining? 2. 2 parts are remaining. 20%. Simply divide by 2, 20%. So in every part we need a 20% profit, so that we will simply have 20 plus 20, 40% profit. This is 40% loss and everything gets cancelled out. Let's take another example going further. If they say is that what she did was that she sold 1/4 of it at a loss of say 30%. Right? She sold 1/4 of it at a loss of 30%. Then what should she do to nullify this loss? Now 1/4 means she did 4 parts of the entire pet food and the first part she sold at a 30% loss. So how much do we want to nullify? We want to nullify 30%. How many parts are remaining? 3. Just divide by 3. That comes out to be 10%. So each part has to be sold at 10% profit so that she will nullify the 30% loss. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30%. Okay. So this addition is nothing but 30% and it gets nullified, right? See how easy it was. Using common sense and logic we were able to find it. I'll give you another example, just like you said, to explain this logic. Just like we said earlier, that say I did 3 transactions in a day. In the first transaction I got 100 rupees loss. Okay, 100 rupees loss. Now I want to nullify this 100 rupees by using these 2 transactions. If I take 100 rupees profit here, 100 rupees profit here, same to same, what will happen? This will get nullified over here, and again I'll be in profit, but I don't want profit, I want no profit, no loss. Nullify the loss. So I should get 50 rupees over here, 50 rupees over here, which when added will give me 100 rupees profit, which gets nullified with this loss. How we got 50? We simply took 100, which was the loss, and we divided it by the 2 parts, 2. So 100 by 2 is 50. Same thing we did over here. Okay. Moving to question number 7. A sold a car to B at a profit of 25%. B incurred a loss of 15% while selling the same car to C. A spent rupees 50,000 for this car. At what price did C buy it? Now we know the common terms which are used in profit and loss, that is selling price and cost price. Then we'll have the profit percent, profit loss, and all that stuff. Okay, and we also know the formula for selling price when we have the profit percent, and selling price when we have the loss percentage. Now over here there are 3 people, A, B and C. A sold a car to B. A bought a car at some price, say cost price, okay, CP. Then it sold the car to B. Now this selling price of A is nothing but the price at which B will buy the car. So that will become the cost price for B. Okay. Now B again sells the car to C at some price. Now this selling price will become the cost price for C, because C will buy the car at this price, right? So let us find what is the cost price for C. That is at what price did C buy it. What is the cost price for A? We know it is given as 50,000 rupees. Okay. What is the selling price of A? Selling price of A, since A gets profit, it would be 100 plus profit percent is 25% divided by percentage of multiplied by cost price, that is 125 upon 100 into 50,000. Okay, that would be 625,000 rupees. Okay, this is nothing but the selling price of A. But selling price of A means A sells to B. That means this becomes the cost price for B. Now let us see what they have given. B incurs a loss of 15% while selling the same car to C. That means B sells the car to C at what price? Selling price of B is nothing but, since B incurs a loss, it would be 100 minus 15%, that would be 85% of the cost price for B. At what price B bought it? And what price B bought it? It is simply 62,500. Okay, and the answer to this would be rupees 53,125. Now here the calculation might look lengthy, okay, but since the sum is easy, the calculation given by the examiner or in the exam is little bit lengthy or tedious to calculate. But if you learn simplification, if you practice more, you will be able to calculate faster. So the answer is 53,125. That means C bought the car for 53,125 rupees. Moving to question number 8. A cheater manipulated his weighing machine so that it shows 1 kg for 970 grams. How much profit does he get? What does that mean? A cheater manipulated the weighing machine. So when the weighing machine shows 1 kg, the actual weight is 970 grams. That is what, for 1000 grams, actual weight comes out to be 970 grams, that is 30 grams less. So how much profit does he get? The profit which he gets is 30 grams, right? For every kg, the profit he gets is 30 grams. How to express it in percentage? Percentage profit is nothing but profit in rupees, that is profit in grams divided by cost price. Do we know the cost price over here? No. But what we know, actually when the weighing machine is showing 1 kg, the real or the actual weight is 970 grams. So this is the actual value, this is the cost price. So divided by 970 multiplied by 100, this gets cancelled over here. We will have 300 upon 97%. This is the profit percentage. You can even have 97 into 3 is 297, so you will get it is 291, so you will have 9 over here, 9 divided by 97, this much percentage. Okay, this is 9 by 97%. This much is the profit what the cheater gets. Rohit got profit of 11.5% by selling his old car. However, he realized that had he sold it for rupees 8,100 more, his profit would be 38.5%. At what price did he buy the car? Again, now this is very easy. What they say, initially Rohit got 11.5% profit. If he sold for 8,100 rupees more, the profit would be 38.5%. What is the difference between this? This is 38.5% minus 11.5%, that would be equal to 27%. That means if he sold his car for 8,100 rupees more, the profit which he receives is 27% more, right? So this 27% is nothing but 8,100, but 27% of what? 27%, we know that profit and loss are always calculated in terms of cost price. So percentage profit, look at the right hand side, percentage profit is profit upon cost price into 100. Even for loss, it is loss upon cost price. So profit and loss are always calculated in terms of cost price. So 27% of the cost price would be 8,100. So that would be 27 upon 100 into cost price is equal to 8,100. 9 9s are 81, 9 3s are, that would be 3 into 300. So cost price would be 100 into 300, 30,000 rupees. So this is the cost price of the car, or the price at which Rohit bought the car. Moving to next question. Question number 10. Chaman sells 40 fans at 10% profit. He wants a total of 20% profit on the entire sale. Since he got 160 fans at the rate of rupees 100 each, at what profit must he sell the remaining fans? That means Chaman got 160 fans and the rate cost of each fan was rupees 100. Out of that, he sold 40 fans at the rate of, or at the profit of 10%. So how many fans are remaining? 120 fans. 160 minus 40, that at what percentage profit he must sell, so that the total profit becomes 20%, right? Now what do we know? Total profit which is there, that in rupees, okay, that would be nothing but profit in rupees of the 40 fans and plus profit in rupees of the 120 remaining fans, right? Now let us see how to find profit in rupees. We know the formula, percentage profit is nothing but profit in rupees divided by cost price multiplied by 100. So if Chaman is getting 10% profit for 40 fans, okay, so profit percent is 10. Profit in rupees is how much? We do not know. What is the cost price for 40 fans? One fan is 100 rupees, okay, one fan is 100 rupees. 40 fans are how much? 40 into 100. What do we get? 40 into 100 multiplied by 100, this gets cancelled. Then profit in rupees for 40 fans would be 40 into 100, 400 rupees. So the profit is 400 rupees, right? Now what is the total profit in rupees? Now let us see. Chaman has 160 fans. He wants total of 20% profit from the entire sale. That is, on selling 160 fans, he needs 20% profit. Profit percent is 20, right? Profit in rupees, we do not know. What is the cost price? 160 fans into each fan is 100 rupees. He bought each fan for 100 rupees multiplied by 100, right? Cut. Profit in rupees is how much? 3,200 rupees. This is the total profit. Let's write over here. Now profit in rupees for 120, okay, 120 fans are remaining. Now at what percent profit he should sell? We do not know. Let us assume that he sells it for a percent, okay, a percent, he sells it for a percent. Profit in rupees, do we know? No. What is the cost price for the 120 fans? 120 fans into each fan is 100 rupees. multiplied by 100. What do we get? Profit in rupees for 120 fans is 120 multiplied by A. Put the value over here, multiplied by A. Let's solve. What do we get? 2800 would be equal to 120 into A. A would be equal to 2800 upon 120. This gets cancelled. 12 2s are 24, 40. 12 3s are 36, 40. 23.333%. That means the rest of the fans have to be sold by Chaman at 23.33% profit. See how easy it was. There is nothing to this. Even if they twist the sum, it is the same formula and you should simply use common sense and logic and solve the sum. Moving on. Question number 11. Suman buys 160 chocolates for rupees 480. She wanted to earn 30% profit by selling them, but Rakesh visited her and she gave him 25% of those chocolates at the cost price itself. But even after doing this, she earned a profit of 30% as decided. For how much did she sell each chocolate? Now this might look a little bit complicated, but it is not. By common sense and logic we can easily solve the sum. Let us see how. Suman bought 160 chocolates. Cost price for those chocolates is 480 rupees. So one chocolate was bought for how much? One chocolate price is 480 divided by 160, that is rupees 3. This is the cost price for one chocolate. Now Rakesh visited her. She gave 25% of the chocolates to Rakesh at the cost price. So 25% of chocolates are gone at the cost price. So how many remain? 100 minus 25% is 75% remain. 75% of what? 75% of 160, that is 75 upon 100 into 160, that would give us 120 chocolates. So 120 chocolates remain with Suman. Now she wanted 30% profit by selling 160 chocolates. Okay, she wanted how much profit? She wanted 30% profit. We know percentage profit is nothing but profit in rupees upon the cost price multiplied by 100. So what it would be? 30 is profit in rupees. Do we know? No. What is the cost price? 480 multiplied by 100. This gets cancelled. So profit in rupees is nothing but 48 into 3 is 144. 1440 divided by 10. So that would be rupees 144. So by selling 160 chocolates at some price, she wanted to earn rupees 144 as profit. But Rakesh took 25% of the chocolates at the cost price itself. So she is remaining with only 120 chocolates, and using these 120 chocolates, she has to earn 144 rupees as profit. That means from 120 chocolates, she has to earn 144 rupees as profit. So from one chocolate, how much profit she should get? She should earn, simply cross multiply. What do we get? We get 144 divided by 120, right? What do we get? 12 tens are 12, 12s are 1.2 rupees. So from each chocolate she should earn a profit of 1.2 rupees. We know what is selling price, cost price plus profit. What is the cost price for one chocolate? 3 rupees. How much profit she should earn from one chocolate? 1.2 rupees. What should be the selling price of each chocolate? 4.2 rupees. See, this is your answer. Very easy. By following the logic, by the sum and simple logic and simple formulas, you just need to remember this formula, and there are 4 formulas. Out of that, just remember 2 of them and you will be able to find the other 2 formulas, and you will be able to find or solve any sum related to profit and loss. Ramesh sold a statue for a price 25% higher than the original price of the statue. He had however bought the statue at 20% discount on the original price. With the profit of rupees 2025, find the original price of the statue. Now we do not know the original price of statue, so let us assume that the original price is P rupees. This is a very easy sum. Let's see how to tackle it. Let us assume that the original price of the statue is P rupees. Now Ramesh sold the statue for a price 25% higher than the original price of the statue. Now we know that whenever there is an object the entire price of the object or the entire object is always taken as 100%, right? And when we discount something, we remove a percentage from this. When we get a profit, we add percentage into this. So this statue was sold for a price which is 125%, which is 25% higher than original price. That means the price now becomes the real original price is 100% plus 25%, that is 125% of P, that is the original price. Also, this is the selling price, right? Also, the statue was bought by Ramesh at a discount of 20%. So, how much did Ramesh actually pay for the statue? 100% minus 20%, 80% of the original price. This becomes the cost price, right? Now, profit percentage is how much? This is cost price, this is selling price, 125 selling price minus cost price, okay? Selling price is 125% of P minus cost price is 80% of P, that is 45% of P. Now they have given that the actual profit is nothing but what is this is not profit percent, this is nothing but the actual profit. Profit is selling price minus cost price, selling price is this, cost price is this, and that is nothing but 45% of P. What have they given is that profit is 2025 rupees, but we already know profit is 45% of P. So both these should be equal. Let's solve it. What do we get? Equal to 45 upon 100 multiplied by P. So this would be 9 5s are 9 2s are 18, 22, 9 2s are 18, 35, 45, 225, 5 4s are 5 45s are. So P would be equal to 100 into 45, 4,500 rupees. This is the original price of the statue. Moving to question number 13. A shopkeeper earns a profit of 15% after selling a book at 20% discount on the printed price. The ratio of the cost price and the printed price of the book is, so there is a book, right? And it has some price printed on it, right? Let us assume that the printed price be PP, right? So PP rupees is the printed price of the book. Now shopkeeper earns a profit of 15%. What all formulas we have seen? What is the selling price if the person is earning a profit of 15%? 100 plus profit percent is 15 into cost price. Selling price is what? 115 upon 100 times of cost price, right? Now what have they given? They have also given that the shopkeeper sells the book by giving 20% discount on the printed price. So selling price is also given by 20% discount. So how much would be the selling price? It would be simply 100% minus the 20% discount on the printed price. That would be 80% of the printed price, right? Because 20% discount is there, so the customer has to pay only 80% of the printed price. This is also the selling price, that is nothing but 80 into PP divided by 100. Both these are nothing but selling prices, so these has to be equal. So what do we get? This upon 100 equal to 80 PP upon 100. This gets cancelled. Cost price upon printed price would be 80 upon 115, that is 5 1s are, this is 5 into 23, 5 1s are 5 over here, 30, 16, that is 16 is to 23 is the ratio of cost price to printed price. See how easily we got the answer. Question number 14. The ratio of cost price and selling price is 4:5. The profit percent is again extremely easy sum. Let us see how. The ratio of cost price to selling price is 4:5. That means that if the selling price is rupees 5, cost price is rupees 4. Okay, these are not actual values, we are assuming. Ratio of cost price to selling price is 4:5. If selling price is 5, cost price is 4, then what will be profit? Selling price minus cost price is 5 minus 4 equal to rupee 1. Percentage profit is profit in rupees divided by cost price, that is 4 into 100, that would be 25%. This is the answer. Going to next question. Question number 15. If selling price of 40 articles is equal to cost price of 50 articles, the loss or gain percent is, now what have they given? cost price of 50 articles is equal to selling price of 40 articles, right? This is again easy. Let's see how. We do not know the actual value. So what we'll do is, let us assume that the cost price for 50 articles is rupees 100. So that would be the same over here. So selling price of 40 articles will be rupees 100, correct? Now what have they given? Cost price for 50 articles is rupees 100. So one article costs how much? 100 upon 50 equal to rupees 2. This is the cost price for one article, right? Selling price for 40 articles is same, that is 100. So one article is sold for how many rupees? Divided by 40, rupees 2.5. This is the selling price for one article. What is the profit for each article? Selling price 2.5 minus the cost price, that is rupees 0.5 is the profit for one article. So that means since selling price is more, we have profit. So we took out profit. Had the selling price been less, we would have taken out loss. Okay. Now profit is rupees 0.5 per article. So how much is the profit percentage? We know profit percentage is nothing but profit in rupees divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Profit in rupees is 0.5 rupees. Cost price is 2 into 100. 425 would give us 25%. So the profit percent is 25%. Question number 16. A fruit seller buys lemons at 2 for a rupee and sells them at 5 for 3 rupees. His gain percent is, again this is very easy, you might not have much values over here, okay, but I'll tell you how to solve this. Just like in percentage we took arbitrary values like generally 100 and something like that. Same way we'll do over here. Let us see how. Now the fruit seller buys the lemons at what price? 2 lemons for rupee 1. Let us assume that the fruit seller has rupees 100 with him. Okay, the fruit seller has rupees 100 with him. So if he buys 2 lemons in 1 rupee, in 100 rupees, how many lemons he will buy? 2 into 100, that is 200 lemons, right? So he has 200 lemons now. Now he starts selling those lemons. If he sells 5 lemons for rupees 3, so 200 lemons would be sold for how many rupees? Simply cross multiply. What do we get? We get 3 into 200 divided by 5, that would be 600 by 5. This is 5, 40, 120 rupees. Okay. Now the fruit seller had 100 rupees of which he bought the lemons. That means this becomes his cost price for the lemons. This becomes 120 becomes the selling price for the lemons because he sells them at 120 rupees all the 200 lemons. What is the profit? 120 minus 100 rupees 20, right? What is the profit percent? That is profit in rupees divided by cost price multiplied by 100, 20%. See how easily we got the answer. We do not need any lots of formulas or something like that. We just need common sense and few basic formulas of percentage profit, percentage loss, selling price when profit percent is given, and selling price when loss percent is given. And using these we can solve any sum of profit and loss. If you practice enough, all these sums would be pretty easy and you will be able to solve them under 1 minute. Even if it is tricky or a puzzling sum, still you will be able to solve it within 1 minute if you practice these sums. Okay. So if you like this video, please give it a like and share it with others. You can leave your comments and suggestions below in the comments box. Also, if you have some topic in mind, let us know. We will develop a video on it for you. Do subscribe to our channel and stay updated for more such tutorials and videos.